The views and opinions expressed by the hosts do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not reflect those of the hosts, the show, the management, and the network.
Sanctuaries have shown
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts do
the journey goes deeper. Here, the suffering of man meets the boundless heart of God. Mercy is not just a message we hear. It is a refuge we must enter.
I can only enter the place where mercy pours above, but your door is wide open. I do not have to unlock, and your mercy is always waiting. No judgment, no holding back. You take my hand and hold my heart. Your grace saves me from the start.
When we built this sanctuary, it was to give the world a place where St. Padre Pio's healing and Christ's divine mercy become one. Discover the sanctuary where healing meets ultimate grace.
Welcome to our fourth episode. As we have already shown to you, we had the first of the National Shrine of the Divine Mercy, Marila, Bulacan. But we're not yet finished. We are still going to show more because the National Shrine has such a huge history and we're taking it one by one. But soon you are going to get the full one. The second one, I hope you have all seen. We had the Divine Mercy Mission in Tarlac with Father Nick Rodriguez. And finally, we had the Divine Mercy Hermitage with Father Venzo Lueta in Quezon. And of course, now on the 4th, we are here in Santo Tomas, Batangas. This is the one that we are going to get the history, the Divine Mercy Sanctuary inside the San Padre Pio Shrine. Of course, when we talk about the Divine Mercy and how this old sanctuary has started, there's no other person who can really take us down and journey us down to the timeline. But the one we have here, we have Archbishop Emeritus Ramon Arguelles. Again, welcome Bishop Ramon, and welcome us also for being here.
Yeah, and I welcome you all to the San Padre Pio National Shrine and Parish, which was built maybe only around 2008. We started at 2010. It is also a great miracle for the Archdiocese of Lipa and for our country.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
Yeah,
no?
so many people come here. We did not foresee that. And the fact that we are here and people come here in droves, this is a wonderful place of encounter with God, and people know that, so that they come from foreign. This morning, after the Mass, I met some people who come from Valenzuela, and I said I was there yesterday. And then also some people who came from Agno, Pangasinan. And they were here for our 6 o'clock Mass, since they are here earlier. And I said, so the whole night you were traveling? And they said, yes. And they were so happy. You didn't think that they are tired and they did not have a night's sleep. They are so happy to be here. And that's one of the thousands who come here, especially on weekends and especially on every 23rd of the month, which is always St. Padre Pio Day here. The Divine Mercy Sanctuary was not meant to be a church because there are so many meetings here.
I see, okay.
So it was built because one of the venues of the Wacom Fort, World Apostle Congress and Mercy number 4, I was present for the first, in Rome, and then in Krakow, and then Colombia. I was there, and the 4th was here, 17. So in 2016, we prepared for just one day of Divine Mercy Congress here, and we expected so many people, so we built this. This is supposed to be a meeting place for religious gatherings. But after Wacom 4, the Church of San Padre Pio, it was not enough for the crowd. Even the extension, you see that there's an extension. And this became also a second church. In fact, they're already planning for a third church, a basilica within the area of 17 kilometers, 17 hectares, no?
I see. So
Because
this
of
is
so many people coming. So this is the second church. So it became, before it was Divine Mercy Pavilion for meetings, but it became a church. We have Blessed Sacrament. So it became Sanctuary for Pilgrims.
considering that you have really a big crowd here. I think yeah, you might need a third church already to be built, no. But let's go back here. So this Wacom was 2004
17.
to 2017. So the construction of this sanctuary started when?
2016. It was very fast, no?
2016?
16,
So
yeah.
in 1 year, you were able to put
Oh
this up
yes,
for the
yes,
Wacom?
yes. It was fast.
I see. But
We
at
were-
that time, it's not yet like this. I mean, there was
There,
a temporary
there was a
altar?
lot of improvement after 9 years, no? And the progress continues, you know. I myself could not recognize many of the places, especially the nature around became even more beautiful.
Yeah, with all the trees around and the
Yeah,
greeneries.
there were already trees there that had been already been there years before. The people here did not expect that this will become a nice and beautiful and real place of prayer.
Yeah,
Even Santo Tomas
oo.
became a city because of this shrine.
Wonderful miracle.
You know,
No?
in the first, when I was here in 2004, became Archbishop in 2004. Maybe there was a new parish of San Padre Pio in the chapel of Barangay San Pedro along the Maharlika Highway. And the parish priest at that time and the people there asked me, Bishop, is it okay with you if we put the church of San Padre Pio inside? What do you mean inside? Not here in along the highway because you know we are creating traffic and it's really very busy and noisy. Why not? Why don't we put it there? Because we were told that if the church will be inside, nobody will go there. Oh, they are mistaken. I said, when you put a church inside, it will become outside, and that's what happened. Only a little more than 1 hectare was donated to the church, and then it all started, and people came. That's why I told the priest, please get all the surrounding areas. Buy that. At the time, it was very cheap because this was only a town. When they bought the church here, it was smaller, and then people come. We did not advertise. People really come, and some people came here. We were just led here by somehow a saint. My one child was sick, and then he dreamt about a priest who is bearded and old, no? And they thought he was a priest in the archdiocese, and then they saw the picture of San Padre Pio. Now, after that, so many years after, this became big already, beautiful nature church, no? And then they decided to hold one day of Wacom for here. And then, people came and it became even more famous. They declared years after, I think that was in 2014 or 15, they declared this as a national church. We did not even imagine it will become a national pilgrim place, no? Because of Pantibio. Now, when this became before a meeting place, and now it turned into a church, consecrated as a church, then we realized Padre Pio is a priest of mercy.
Definitely.
Because he hears confession all the time. That is what he is noted for in a very special way. And he really welcomes sinners. So this is not a coincidence. This is divinely willed. No?
Yeah.
We think that this is really, and this became the sanctuary in Batangas in honor of the Divine Mercy.
Okay. Oh, I was really wondering why a Sanctuary of the Divine Mercy is inside
Padre
the
Pio's
Padre's shrine. No,
Yeah.
I mean, which came first? Of course, it's Padre Pio because
As a
it's named
church,
as a
yes.
church, and then later on, this one was established, and seems like this is more dominant in size,
Yeah,
in structure, and in aesthetics, no?
Yeah.
So parang mas malaki siya, naging mas malaki siya than the other church.
And
for that
people
matter.
really come here for the Lord, Jesus, the Divine Mercy,
Asking for mercy.
and always connected with saints. Now, actually, long before I became involved with the Divine Mercy, I have already some connection because my favorite saint. People say, "Oh, Bishop, you love Saint Therese very much." I said, "No, she loves me very much." Even as a child,
Yeah.
we know Saint Therese of the Child is the greatest saint for modern times, according to another saint, Saint Pope Pius X. No, her doctrine and that is what also I pray every day. Her prayer is con, the consecration to the merciful love of God. That is not, we are always thinking of divine justice. And we
The
make
wrath of
reparation
God.
because
Yes.
the wrath of God.
Yeah, yeah.
But she's not the first. No? Many saints have already talked about that we look more at the mercy of God, even if we did not sin, even if we did not know how, we should not bother about making reparation for our sinfulness. We need to offer ourselves and to make sacrifice because of Christ's merciful love, of God's merciful love. He loves us so much that He Himself suffers for us.
He
So,
allowed himself. Yeah.
Actually, divine mercy is Jesus, no?
Yeah, of course.
And
Yeah.
Jesus is God so loved the world, He gave us His Son. So He is divine love, but also He pardons us no matter how great our sins are. He looks for us and He offered His life for us. That's why He is perfect mercy. He is divine mercy. Long before Rome recognized the importance of the divine mercy, and Saint Pope John the Second really made that what God wanted that. I was with Cardinal Schönborn, and then the one in charge of divine mercy for years was Monsignor Ramirez. No? He gave Cardinal Schönborn a souvenir program of the
Of the Wahoo.
Philippines celebrating the Silver Jubilee of Divine Mercy Apostolate in the Philippines.
That's 25 years.
Yeah, we are already 25. Cardinal Schönborn was, really touched. I said, what? That was in the 90s, huh? You, in the Philippines, have already started the Divine Mercy 25 years ago. You're celebrating already, you have celebrated the Silver Jubilee. And we here in Rome, we are just starting now.
Imagine, that's Vatican, and that's Rome.
I tell you, the one who introduced me to Divine Mercy, and there were already so many at that time, was Cardinal Sin. I was not even a priest, a bishop yet. I was ordained bishop by John Paul II in Rome in 1994. No, and Cardinal told me, Ramon, he does that all the time. No, Ramon, you take charge of them, you help them, and I accompany them when they have masses. I did not yet understand everything, and then I came to know Sister Faustina. I did not know about the controversy. It's only later on that I realized that there was no permission yet. No? So I can say from the very beginning, I was involved with the Divine Mercy Apostolate, and I like it. No? And because of my attachment to Saint Therese and many saints who are really looking more at God's merciful love rather than the punishment due to our
The
sins.
wrath
No, He
and,
knows we are sinful, and yet He loves us in spite of that, and He's willing to save us. No? And He gave us His Son, Jesus Christ, who suffered so much for us, no? Even death. No?
This is a testament of where the Divine Mercy in Batangas and other places have expanded so much. I said the last time we were here was when the relic of Saint Padre Pio was here, and this was just an ordinary place that I think the relic was somewhere here.
Yeah.
I was expecting that I would see more. I said, is this the one? Is this the one? And I saw the image of the Divine Mercy. I think that's the one. So, Bishop, you said you placed this up or you put this up in 1 year. It's just that it's amazing that in 1 year's time, this is going to be put up. There must be so many people really who are devoted to His mercy and who believe in His mercy. Another question is, in most of the shrines that I interviewed, mystical stories came from the parish priest, from the founder, to the people. Is there something that we can maybe ask you what mystical things or miracles happen in this particular shrine?
Me, I don't experience much miracle except the miracle of my life. No? I think that is a miracle enough. But extraordinary miracle, sometimes I do not even, I have no sickness except when I almost died twice, no, because of ulcer, before COVID and after COVID, no. But I survived, no. But I am not asking for healing for myself because I said, at my age, I should go already to heaven. I'm overdue. But the miracle that I discovered is how God uses me in many ways
Yes.
for
Oh.
His people that they will
Yeah.
understand. So.
That is alone is a blessing already.
And then they said, Bishop, you still have something to do. I said, no, even those you think I have done in the past, they are all God's work. And God can work with other people. But, I say, I pray to the Lord that if He still gives me some days here in this world, let me be effective instrument of His bringing people to Him. And then after that, in heaven, like Saint Therese, let me spend my heaven doing good on her.
Yes. So I noticed that, like Father Venzoleta, she also told me about that his favorite saint, one of them is Saint Therese. He calls it Ate Therese. And here you are now also mentioning Saint Therese. What is Saint Therese's relation to Saint Faustina?
Saint Faustina is very much, there's a difference. No? Saint Therese belonged to the middle class family, affluent. No? Saint Faustina was very,
Very
very
poor.
poor. Saint Therese, she's a doctor of the church. No?
Yeah.
Also, Saint Faustina is candidate for doctor of the
Yeah.
church. Some people would like to,
Yeah.
and I also am interested. Because the doctors, meaning say those who are teaching spiritual life to the faithful, they are teachers not because they've studied much, no. Many those who have doctorate in theology, like Martin Luther,
Yes.
turn
Oh.
against the church, no. But the real doctors are the saintly people. No? So that is the same with Saint Faustina. And for me, Saint Faustina, even other saints like Saint Scriba and they realize that every little thing can be the source of great holiness.
That's
And it is,
the rest. That's
yes,
the
that's
rest
the rest.
thing.
And
Yeah.
also Faustina.
Oo.
You don't have to accomplish many things. You know what I pray for also in the sunset of my life? Let me just be ignored. Let me be just, because sometimes I enjoy being with people and people love me, people appreciate me. They always see that I have done this and that. I said, let me be forgotten. Let me just be hidden, simple, humble, and focused on you. That is more than enough, no?
But you cannot be totally forgotten because, you were an
Yeah.
archbishop once and
And
that office is still there
that's why I do not always put myself in the
in
front.
front of the crowd. Is that,
Because
is that the reason during the Asian Apostolic Congress when I asked the priest to move a little back because it was the first row was for the guests and you were one of those in the first row. I wanted to skip you because it was okay, you sit there, but you were the first priest to move back. And I even told you, Bishop, no, you stay here.
I
And he
don't
said, no,
remember that.
I can't remember that. I was there. I was in charge of the guests. That's why when the first row was supposed to be the guests,
Where
the
is that?
family,
In Cebu?
Asian Apostolic Congress in Cebu.
By the
That's it.
way, no, after Wacom 1 in Rome, when I did not realize that it was the first time that Rome really accepted, or rather encouraged the worldwide the devotion. Lipa was the first place where I think ACOM started.
Aakom, Asian Apostolic.
ACOM,
Okay.
ACOM.
I
Lipa
see.
was the first. And we were so many from all over who came here.
Or-
When
and
they
these
had
are
the
mystical.
Wacom here, that was also another sign of divine mercy. Imagine so many people, and they were all satisfied to be here.
Ah,
They have
yeah.
enough food, place to stay, and most of all, they were very impressed by the mass because you have almost 1,000 choir here,
Wow.
and the visitor. Where did you borrow that choir? They're all from here. They're all local people. We put together the choirs of the different parishes. Some parishes
Wow.
have more than one choir, and
Wow.
they really compete with one another for the best.
That's
So
amazing.
it was
That's really
beautiful. They were
amazing.
right. They thought that we imported a special one. No, they're local people.
That's amazing. So how this is where we are now, the
Yeah.
Sanctuary of Mercy. And you can just imagine, as I'm inviting all of you to please come here. No, this is also inside again the San Padre Pio Shrine here in Santo Tomas, Batangas. It's a beautiful place, and you can roam around. This is 17 hectares. Bishop?
17 hectares.
Oh,
It will become even more beautiful. With a third church, hopefully we can build that. I'm no longer in charge of that now.
oo.
But the whole area will be a place of prayer. Except some areas will be place where they can gather together, eat together, no? But a little bit in the peripheries. And they will build a new road and they behind us so that the
Wonderful.
entrance will be there.
Yeah, it's a
Maybe I
wonderful
will not
plan.
say anymore the
Oh, don't say that.
development. Why not? I'll say it from my bed.
Don't say that. Everything is in the hands of God. As you can see, at the back is, of course, the beautiful Divine Mercy image that we have. And I don't know if you can see it, Our Lady of Fatima. This is the reason that the Hour of Three is documenting all the shrines in the Philippines. God willing, we would be able to do it as a team, because we want to bring more pilgrims to these places. We want people, not just Filipinos, but all over the world, to see these beautiful religious places that we can visit, not just visit, but be here for prayer, for healing, for peace, which is very, very important in the world today. And sometimes Bishop Ramon is here, so maybe you can catch him whenever you are here and ask the guard if he's here. And he would really entertain you with his dimples and your smile. Yes.
If you want a big area for your patron saint, you put image either in the ground or in the tree, and you pray. You know,
You claim.
years after, yesterday I was there, I was so amazed, so big the area. Of course,
Yes.
this is bigger now,
Oo.
because this is really nothing in the past.
Yeah, oo.
It's really full of grass and things. But that is already full of people even before, no? But that is already relatively big, and I really admire. Oh, you see? And the priest there told me, yes, Father Vic told us, when you need something for the Lord, you put there the image of the saint or also the picture of our Lord.
I
And
love
he-
that story.
Yeah.
Actually, it was you who told us that Father Vic was not able to. Father Vic said, place the image somewhere and people would come. And this is the mystical story that I was trying to ask Bishop Ramon, because I heard that when they placed a medal in claiming a property in Marilao, and it happened.
That is what the saints do. I
That's
learned
what
that
the
from the
saints
saints
do.
also.
Yeah. So it's a tip for us lay people, that if we ask God for something, a place, whatever it is, instead of placing anything that contrary to our faith, place the holy objects that we have, the stampita, the medals, whatever it is from our favorite saints, Padre Pio, the Divine Mercy, of course. So it's going to happen for as long as it's in accordance to that. That's the mystical part I was really asking you about.
You know,
Because it-
after every chaplet of the Divine Mercy that I pray, I call on Saint Faustina, Saint Paul John Paul II, Saint Padre Pio, Saint Mother Teresa.
Yes.
These are
oo.
the mercy people
Yes.
of our times.
Oo. The
And
modern.
there are others.
The modern times. You know, it's everything that the Divine Mercy, and even especially those who are propagating. One thing that Jesus told Faustina, that those who are propagating the Divine Mercy, He will bless us, and He will not leave us, or something I cannot memorize. You know, just to share with you, Bishop, recently I lost my last brother, which means in the family of 6, I'm the only one left. That's very recent. That was only April. And when I was grieving and I was crying a lot, I said, I'm the only one left in the family, and it's so painful. You know, I have a special son, and what he told me really touched my heart. And he said, Mom, Saint John Paul II lost his family at a very early age. And I was stunned by what he said. Maybe because of our devotion to the Divine Mercy reminded me using my son. And he said, why don't you pray to Saint John Paul II to intercede for you? Because I was already crying. I was so stunned, because this is the miracle that He showed me recently. And true to His promise that all those who propagate the divine mercy, He will not leave us. My son put that in my mouth and my mind to remind me that our own John Paul II also lost his family. It's painful, but that pain will be for something greater than what I can imagine. So see how good is the divine mercy. Please, Bishop.
I was newly installed as a rector of Sancuary Seminary in 1982. And it was Thursday when I was installed as a rector, and Saturday, I have 12 priests under me. They were all older than me when I was rector. No? 6 of them were my former professors. And then here comes a call from one of the sisters of Mother Teresa. He said, Monsignor, I need a priest immediately. Please give me a priest. I was a little bit peeved, no? She was very demanding. But you cannot be angry with the sisters of Mother Teresa. I said, Sister, what do you need a priest for? Somebody needs the last sacraments in the jail, in the Bilibid. I always go to the Bilibid in the past, no? I bring all seminaries there. I have been to, I thought, all the places of the Bilibid. I am known there at that time, no? And then, okay, sister, I promise you. Do you have a car? You will have a priest as soon as you are here. But I was not sure. Because I am ashamed to ask the priest because they were all older than me. It was Saturday, they were helping other persons. So I said, I will be the one to go. So I went with her. I was a little bit, I was praying, but sometimes I feel bad now that she will disturb me. Then I went to a place where I have never been before. I used to go there because I have a friend who was falsely accused and he was there. But he was good because he was leading the prisoners to prayer. And then I say mass there, I hear confessions. And then I was brought to the infirmary of death row. So those who are there, there are very few. They're already condemned to death. But I don't think they will die of electric chair. But because they're already sickly, dying. So there was one at the middle of that very small room that has really nothing that will help them to be cured now. He was the one asking for a priest. He did not see me because he's already blind because of probably ruptured liver. And then I did everything. In the meantime, at the corner, there's a guy who looks like, I was around 35 at that time. He looked like 65 for me. That was really old, very old. I did not know when it's at age. And he looked awful. He looked like the devil. I said, I never saw the devil. But if the face of the devil is really very bad, that is one of the things that you will be afraid when you might have nightmares. No? Then when I finished with this guy, I was about to leave, and then the sister said, Father, there is another one. Which one? That one. So I had to go. And I approached him. What do you want? The reason why you are here is for me. That's why pala he was angry. He thought I made a mistake.
He was waiting for you.
Kaya ka narito dahil sa akin. Why? Bakit? Sapagkat katulad ng taong yan, like that guy, I will pass through a dark tunnel. But at the end, there is light and He is waiting for me.
Beautiful.
Talaga, divine mercy. And then I helped him. I learned that he never knew his parents. Probably his mother was a prostitute. He did not know both of them. And whenever he was brought to the place of yung orphanage, even as a young guy, he was always angry with everybody because everybody for him is an enemy. Sabi niya, kung hindi ko maunahan, ay ako'y maunahan. So everybody is a danger. It's really, yung beast against beasts. No? So he had to hurt others before he gets hurt. Then sabi niya, even there, that guy, binubugbog niya. Then he is also sick of teeth, talagang payat and very thin. Then he told me, when I could not do anything bad anymore, I was able to do something good. Nung wala na akong magawang masama, nakagawa akong mabuti. What mabuti did he do? Paggising niyan, ang kanilang higaan yun ng mat, yung babae, simento na, ay nandun siya sa sulok. Doon sa gitna, mayroong image ng Jesus, yung crucified, tsaka Blessed Mother. Nung daw siya nakakatayo pa, he would remove the dust. Then sabi, somebody loves me.
Doon niya na-realize.
Doon niya na-realize na may nagmamahal para sa kanya. He did not experience that from his
Parents.
childhood.
Oo.
May
Traumatic
nagmamahal
childhood.
pa. Bago sa siya ang nagpadala sa iyo. Sapagkat ako'y dadaan sa madilim na lungga. Sa kabila may liwanag, nag-iintay siya.
Ganda, no? Ang ganda
Alam
ng
mo,
transformation.
I'm sure that the next day, yung dalawang yun, wala na eh. Pero I was very happy na I
You
was
were
able
part
to
of
help them na makapunta sa langit. Yun, ang tawag ko doon, Diyos Dado. Not because hindi mo ako tagahanga ng tatay ni GMA na. Diyos Dado means given by God. I never forget him. Also his face before and after the confession. Hindi pala 65
Lumiwanag.
siya.
Ilang taon?
23.
Ay, kabata.
9 years old siya, he committed the first major crime. 14 years of criminal career. Pero kita niyo, bago siya mag-confess, talagang demonyong-demonyo eh. Pero after he confessed, iba na mukha niya, tsaka kanyang salita, malumanay. Nagpasalamat siya sa akin. Never forget. Hindi ko alam pangalan niya, pati isa. Ang tawag ko, Diyos Dado, because Diyos Dado means given by God. Hanggang ngayon, I always remember those people. At yung bading na, kaya, you know, if you are waiting, asking for miracle sa akin, pero may plan ng Diyos. He used me. At sabi ko, if there is only one Diyos Dad in the whole wide world, it is worth by becoming priest. Kahit isa lang ang Diyos Dad, ay marami yan. So yun ang kwan. Yun, sa akin, hindi ko pa alam ang divine mercy na, except yung in general terms. Pero, I never forgot that yan ako yung naging instrument ng divine mercy.
Yeah, because I think this devotion really brings that back to the knowledge and the awareness that it's not God who punishes, but God who is willing to embrace.
We need to forgive. Basta you ask.
Yes.
Basta you
And
have
even those who
yourself.
did not ask, Father, somehow He finds His way.
Ay, oo, totoo yan.
No? Diba?
Totoo.
Especially at the hour of death, He will not, parang doon mo makikita yung
Kaya
transformation.
pag tumawag sa akin yung mga mamamatay, hindi ko tinatanggihan niya. I will do all my best except ko pag magmamamas. Pero, alam nyo, kahit tapos na ako ng dasal, yung iba nga buhay pa hanggang ngayon. Ako'y nagdadasal with them ng divine mercy. Sapagkat yung talaan ko, pag naramdaman nila yun, nandun talaga ang Lord. Tama yung story to St. Faustina na. Alam niyo ba yung isang istorya na classic na hindi ko makalimutan? Yung isang pare na nandun siya sa ospital, sabi ng isang madre, puntahan niyo yung nasa kwartong yun, kailangan niya, mamamatay na. Pinuntahan niya, ay minura siya, pinaalis siya, ayaw. Eh di umalis siya, nasa lubong niya yung madre. Punta, balikan mo, try niya. Kaya napilitan siyang bumalik doon. Bago sabi lang niya, minumura siya, sinabi niya, please allow me just to pray. Di nagdasal sa divine mercy, just allow me to pray. Yun, pagkat na magdasal, nag-iba yung kwanong tao, bumait, bago sinabi niya kung bakit siya ganit. Sa kanya, condemned na siya eh. Dahil nung palang bata siya, siguro niya nasa story.
Yeah, I think so. Na-encounter
nung
ko
bata
siguro.
siya, nung sanggol pa siya, naiwan siya sa bahay. Yung kanyang nanay at tatay, bago dalawa niyang kapatid, nasa makay sa yung kotse nila, ay yung tao, siya yung nagbababa ng yung harang, pagdadaan ng tren, ay naglasing siya. Hindi niya naibaba, ay di patay yung tinaman ng tren yung pan.
Na-encounter ko nga yun.
Ayun, magulang. Siya pala yung naiwan. He did not know his parents and his brother and sister. Pero niya, ayun, ay siya pala tinawag, you know? Bago sinabi niya, I forgive you.
Pinatawad niya yung tao.
Yung tao, na-convert. Paglabas niya, papasalamat siya sa mother na pinilit siya. Wala daw namang mother nandun eh. Yun, naghihinga doon, si Sister Faustina. She was already died, pero nag-bilocate siya. Nasuspend. Pero sabi ng mga nurses, wala namang mother nagparito dito eh.
Bilocation is St.
Bilocate,
Faustina.
St. Faustina, bago you go there. Kasi yun ang Divine Mercy.
Oo.
Kailangan kaya at saka nung di ba nung COVID, pinagbawal magpunta mga pare. Yun, sabi ko lang, meron mga tumawag sa ako hindi, I don't refuse. Pinupunta ako. Pero may tumawag sa akin, kakilala ko, sa Maynila pa, inaalit ako sa Batangas.
Pumunta ka?
Hindi ako makapunta.
Oo.
Huli na rin ako.
Oo.
Sabi ko, let us pray Divine Mercy.
Oo. Chaplet talaga. That
Talaga,
was the,
bagay na bagay na, timing na kwan eh. Yung Divine Mercy Chaplet, para yung kwan eh. Bakit
Ayun
hindi
yung-
pa equalize
yung
sacrament?
promise niya kasi yun yung
Correct.
sacraments, di ba?
Oo,
Yun
oo.
yung ano.
Kaya powerful talaga yan. Kaya ako sabi
Kaya ang dami, even my own brother, which recently nga sinabi ko, my own brother has been very away from the church. And noong December na inatake siya, he was given 3 days. I pleaded with God, if you are not going to save him, to let
nun
him go.
nun lamang kwan, last month, nagagather kami ilang pare, nagdadasal kami. Bagay na pag-usapan niya, isa dun sa parish priest, mayroon siyang active lay person na talagang babae, tsaka yun talagang iyak ng iyak. Bakit? Kasi yung anak niya, teenager, nagpakamatay. Sabi
Sakit
sigurado
mo.
doon sa impyerno yun, wala tayong nakakasigurado. E paano matiligtas yun? Sa mga pumatay, di lalong pagpakamatay. Ay ko, sabi ko, di ba natinig natin, sinasabi natin everyday sa Mass, Lord, look not on our sins, but the faith of the church. Yung faith ng church ang kuhan, ang magliligtas. Prayer ng church, prayer ng iba. Kaya sabi ko, mahalaga ang Mass. Si Jesus embraces all, including those who do not like Him.
Even those who are not in the same
Oo.
faith that we have, di ba?
Kaya
Hindi naman
ang
ibig
duty
sabihin
natin na
na-
tayo will be Jesus to suffer with Him.
Yeah.
For those who do not even recognize Him.
Yeah, oo.
Ayan,
Church
kaya tayo yung
suffering.
church, kayo tayo yung kwan, kayo tayo ang body of Christ eh. We have to be crucified on the cross with Him for the salvation of the world.
So how encompassing the mercy of God is, it is
Because
not
the
only...
mercy of God is God Himself.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, ha?
Yes, and we should not be
Mother of mercy.
comparing it with anything else
Oh.
because He is the all
Jesus
and all. Yeah,
Jesus
so
all.
we all go back to Him, and if you do not understand that mercy that He offered,
Alam
was
niyo
the-
kapag ako'y nagdadasal, kuminsan naubos ko na yung 20 mysteries, nadasal mo na lahat ang kwan, na saka yun, I don't prepare for death. I don't prepare for death. At tulad ni Saint Therese, I do not die, I enter into eternal life. So I prepare for everlasting life. Yung mga tao, takot
Yeah.
dahil mamamatay eh.
Oo,
Hindi
at saka
prepare for
preparation.
everlasting life.
Oo, oo.
Sabi ni Christ na, I come here to give you life and have it for the full. Yun, kapag ako nagdadala dyan, sabi ko sa mga tao, you don't have to say anything. We are
Yes.
all pilgrims, ha? We
Yes,
are
in
on
this
our
world.
way to heaven.
Correct.
We are in
Oo.
procession. So we need the Divine Mercy to accompany us all the time. Not
Yes.
only accompany, to lead us.
Yes,
Kaya
just
sabi
like...
niya, follow me. So we follow him.
Yeah, again, this is our 4th episode with Archbishop Emeritus Ramon Arcoelis here, which we are very blessed. We are right here in Santo Tomas, Batangas, in the San Padre Pio Shrine Parish. And we are right here in the
Divine Mercy Sanctuary for Pilgrims.
Sanctuary for Pilgrims. Maraming salamat. Bishop,
Thank you very much
Maraming
po, and
salamat.
God bless all
Thank
of you.
you. Oo.
Please pray for me so that I will go to heaven soon, and I will pray for you that I will receive you in heaven.
promise that.
In my darkest days, when everything is lost, in my loneliest place, when life becomes a ghost,
when I am broken into pieces, shattered like stone, when I am hurting so badly, in so much pain I drown.
I can only knock at the door of the house of love. I can only enter the place where mercy pours above. But your door is wide open, I do not have to unlock. Your mercy is always waiting. No judgment, no holding back. You take my hand and hold my heart. Your grace saves me from the start.
I have fallen and sinned and turned my back, yet your welcoming forgiveness never lacks.
I am your child, you never forget. You washed away my regrets. Because your door is wide open, I do not have to unlock.